If you're still using the Bilt card to pay your rent, you're doing it wrong. No, seriously, stop. Because there's a smarter way to earn way more rewards and even elite airline status on the exact same rent payment. I'm the biggest Bilt fan. We know this. So when I say to stop, you need to stop and pay very close attention. For those new to the channel, I'm Richard Debs from RSquared Travel Rewards, and I'm an avid traveler and the biggest Bilt enthusiast there is. This video is coming to you live from Cape Town, South Africa. Feel free to hit me up in the chat section of my website, boomacompany.com, if you have any personal or targeted questions about your situation. And be sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel before hitting me up on my website. Channel members always get priority. Today's video is broken down into 4 important sections. I've added timestamps for jumping ahead and replaying, and you definitely don't want to miss section 4. Section 1 is the old way and the new play. Section 2 is the genius behind this new Bilt Atmos strategy. Section 3 is real-world examples and how the math actually works out. And in section 4, I'm revealing the #1 credit card strategy to set you up for success in 2026. It's my personal strategy too. All right, so let's start with the old way. Bilt built its brand on being the first card that lets you earn points on rent, no fees, and no nonsense. But if rent is all you're still using it for, then you're leaving an entire strategy on the table. My position at the moment is that Bilt Rewards is much more powerful than the Bilt card. So here's the move. You apply for an Atmos credit card, ideally the Atmos Summit or the Atmos Ascent if you're just getting started. Then you link that card to your Bilt Rewards account and pay your rent through Bilt's BillPay using your Atmos card. Yes, you will pay a 3% fee, but here's why it's worth it. You'll earn 3x Atmos points on that rent payment, and the kicker is that you'll also earn Atmos status points on every dollar charged. That's 2 layers of rewards on the same exact spend, something that the Bilt card alone can't do. I could talk all day as to why the Atmos Rewards program is the #1 airlines rewards program in the US, but that would make this video twice as long. Here's a link to an Atmos video that I made, but even that video doesn't do it justice. I have a year under my belt crushing it with the new Atmos Rewards program. So subscribe to this channel because there's more Atmos content coming your way. On to section 2. If you're using the Atmos Summit card, and I highly recommend that you acquire this card if you're serious about travel, you'll earn 1 Atmos status point for every $2 spent. So if you put $60,000 in rent payments through your Atmos Summit card in a year, that's 30,000 Atmos status points earned. And here's why it gets even better. The Atmos Summit card also gifts you a 25,000 Global Companion Certificate and 10,000 bonus status points each anniversary. That's 40,000 total status points, which automatically qualifies you for Atmos Gold status, which maps to One World Sapphire status. That means that you're unlocking business class lounge access, priority check-in, preferred seating, and other premium perks just by paying rent. But we're not done. That same $60,000 in spend doesn't just push you to gold, it also earns you 100,000 Global Companion Certificate. Plus, you're stacking tons of redeemable Atmos points that can be used for flights across the One World partner airlines. Alright, I just said a ton there, so let's recap what's important with this new strategy. 1 rent payment earns you Atmos points, it earns you Atmos status, it earns you elite travel benefits, and Global Companion Certificates with 100,000 point value. And all you did was reroute your rent payment from the Bilt card to your Atmos card. Alright, let's move on to section 3, because I recognize that not everyone pays $5,000 a month in rent. So let's run through a few examples to see how this plays out. Let's say that you live in San Francisco, where the average rent payment is around $3,300 a month, or $39,600 a year. If you run that through Bilt's BillPay using your Atmos Summit card, you'll earn 118,800 Atmos points. That leaves a gap of just $20,400 towards the $60,000 spend requirement to reach Atmos Gold status and to unlock that 100,000 Global Companion Certificate. And that can be easily achieved with regular spend on that card. Let's look at Boston. The average rent payment in Boston is $3,400 a month. or $40,800 a year. That nets to roughly 122,400 Atmos points, leaving you just $19,200 short of Atmos Gold and that same 100,000 Global Companion certificate. And if you're in New York City, where rent averages $4,000 a month, that's $48,000 per year, yielding 144,000 Atmos points. You'll only need $12,000 more in spend to hit Atmos Gold and secure that 100,000 Global Companion certificate. These are just a few examples of the value that you can extract by running your rent through Bilt's BillPay on your Atmos Summit card. And here's the icing on the cake. You don't even need to own the Bilt card itself. Just create a free Bilt Rewards account, link your Atmos card, and you're off to the races. Now, I gave some averages in this section. Averages fluctuate up and down, but you know your rent. So plug in your numbers and see where you land. All right, guys, so here's a teaser on the #1 credit card strategy to set you up for success in 2026. If you've been watching my videos, you already know where I stand in Q4 of 2025. In my opinion, the only credit cards worth spending on right now are the following. First, we got Bilt. If you can reach the $50,000 in non-rent spend, you'll unlock Bilt Platinum status and SkyTeam Elite Plus. But if you can't hit that number, keep watching. Next is Citi. If your focus is travel and business class experiences, there's no better setup than Citi. I highly recommend the Citi Magnificent 5 for true spend optimization. Here's a video breaking down the Citi Magnificent 5, and here's a video on how to achieve it. When you leave a comment asking a question about the Citi Magnificent 5, be sure to use hashtag Citi Magnificent 5. RSquared coined that term, it's growing, and I want it to blow up. And lastly, Atmos. The Atmos Summit, in my opinion, is the single best S-tier card on the market today. If you've been paying attention to the strategy I just laid out, it should be very apparent. One World Sapphire status, massive points potential, and that 100,000 Global Companion award, that's next level. As for the Amex Platinum and the Chase Sapphire Reserve, let's be honest, they're just distractions wrapped in shiny metal. They're targeted at people with tons of disposable income, where dropping those large annual fees don't matter to them at all. But if you want to win in the points and miles game, ignore the flash. Stick with Bilt, Citi, and Atmos. That's the RSquared playbook for Q4 of 2025 to set up a fantastic 2026. Again, this is my personal strategy. So stop paying your rent directly with the Bilt card. That's phase 1 thinking. Link your Atmos Ascent or your Atmos Summit card to your Bilt Rewards account. Then pay your rent through BillPay. Earn elite status while everyone else is still bragging about earning 1x on rent with the Bilt card. What I've just described isn't just optimization. It's an R-squared level strategy. And that's what separates casual points collectors from true rewards architects. Did you ever think you'd hear me say, stop paying your rent on the Bilt card? What are these times we're living in? I might be a fan of the Bilt card, but I'm an optimizer first and foremost. Let me know what you think of my personal strategy. And be sure to comment on this video so that YouTube gives it some play. Thanks for watching until the end. Since you've gotten this far, it only makes sense to like, share, subscribe to RSquared Travel Rewards, and become a member to help give it some visibility and grow the channel. As always, take care and be good to each other.